What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another episode of Play to Win. Today we are at games number 33, 34, 35 and 36, and obviously because there is an episode it's obvious I win those games. Today going to be talking about my ghost stories, which is what I promised you from the Ruin Arandama from, was it yesterday or whatever? I can't exactly remember. But first of all guys, just to announce some stuff as per usual most videos. If you guys do want to send your clips into Daily FIFA Clip, we are looking for some clips. I did put a bit of a different message on Daily FIFA Clip today. Yeah, so we're looking for some more clips, and you will have a high chance of getting featured on there because we just don't get many clips, which is quite surprising because, you know, like top 5 goals of the weeks and stuff, they seem to get a hell of a lot of clips. But for us, it's you know, we don't seem to get them, but we do accept funnies and fails and whatnot as well, guys. So I'll leave the link for that in the description if you want to send them in. Make sure you send them in as an unlisted YouTube link, please. And yeah, other than that, guys, so ghost stories. When I was like, basically from the age of like 5 or 6 to the age of like 17, my dad ran a pub in central London. It was called the George. We no longer live there, and in the cellars of the George, like, you know, obviously the underground cellars where we keep the stock and stuff, there was like how best to explain it, there was like underground rooms that went all the way down Regent Street, all the way down towards Regent Park. Like, they went through miles and miles pretty much, and they were used as bomb shelters in World War I and World War II, and they got like blocked up. Each room got blocked up and blocked up and blocked up, and my dad's not really one of the sort of people that likes to not know what's going on in his own building and stuff, and we have this like wall that's just built up by breeze blocks, or we had this wall built up by breeze blocks. And one night my dad got drunk, so we went into the cellar, and he wanted to see what was behind this wall because it was obvious that it wasn't like a wall that led nowhere, like as if it was just concrete or something, but it was a wall that led somewhere. So he knocked it through, and we go into this room, and there's like, you know, a lot of crap in this room, a lot of mice and rats and whatever, you know, a load of crappy bad stuff. That's a super goal by Walcott, by the way. And this room was like pretty harrowing, and I was like 12, 13 years old at the time, and I'm shitting my pants, right? So we go through the next room and the next room and the next room, and like after we got through a certain amount of rooms, my dad got, I don't know why, but we didn't go through any more rooms, and we actually went and got the blueprints for the building and saw how far down it goes, and we was advised not to go down there for whatever reason. I didn't really know the reason. My dad just told me we was advised to not go down there. And this was kind of one of the first indications that we had ghosts, and this is why. So when we had like a hatch, there's a hatch between the cellar and the outside of the pub where people, you know, when we have a delivery, the draymen, they drop the barrels into the hatch and they hit the floor. We have like crates around the area, like some with stock in, some without stock in. And my dad one night went down into the cellar, and the crates were everywhere. And he's always the last person in the bar. You know, when he leaves the bar, he sets the alarm. He goes to bed. He comes back down in the morning. He unsets the alarm and goes into the cellar for the delivery. There's not a single person that goes in the pub between the time he sets the alarm and the time he unsets the alarm. This one occasion, like just a little while after he's gone through these breeze blocks and walls and stuff, the next day when he goes into the cellar in the morning, the crates are stacked perfectly and in order, and not a single person has been in there. So there's not many reasons, there's not many explanations other than there's ghosts that have done it. Now in this pub, like a few of the staff and my stepmom have sworn blind that they've caught this ghost out of the corner of their eyes. I'm not really a believer in ghosts, but there's some things that happen to me that are just 100% unexplainable. One of the things as well, we had like a bar hatch as well. So because the cellar was like out of the bar, around the corner and down the stairs, if you bring stock up, you'd have to put it through the hatch. So like it, you know, instead of carrying it all the way around the bar and into the bar, you just put it through the hatch, and then it's easy to do. Now At the end of every night after we do the stock up, all the crates get thrown down the stairs at the bottom of the stairs, and they just like tumble down the stairs into the cellar and just sit there at the bottom of the stairs until somebody else goes into the stairs again. Now, after one night again where we throw the crates down the bottom of the stairs, the very next morning we get there and the crates are stacked up perfectly again. And it's like, it would be a weird thing for a person to do, it would be a weird thing for a ghost to do, but it happened. And there's not a person that goes in the bar between the time we throw the crates downstairs and the time somebody else gets up in the morning to open the bar. The last thing that I have to talk about that like convinces me that there are ghosts in this world or other beings is a Ouija board. Now, I've only ever done a Ouija board once in my life, and it's something that I will never ever do again. And I'm sitting around a table with like 4 or 5 people, I can't remember exactly, it was probably 5 I think, and we set this Ouija board up, and you know, you have your yes no in the middle and you have like all your letters around it, and you ask like there's certain ways to enter and exit a Ouija board. I don't really know what they are, I haven't really looked into it too deep, but you have to like ask the spirit if you can ask questions, and it goes to yes or no and stuff like. And basically we had like a small tumbler glass, very small glass. It holds like, I don't know, if you imagine a half pint glass, imagine like half of a half pint glass. That's how big this glass was. And the 4 of us or 5 of us have our hands on the glass, and like the spirit guides the glass. Now you could claim this is bullcrap, like it's just us pushing it to letters and stuff, but we had this one guy that was working for us, his name was Elliot, and he asked the spirit a question that it was impossible that anybody else knew the answer to, and he swears blind he didn't fake it, he didn't push the glass to these certain letters. He asked a question about his grandma, and I don't know the deal with him and his grandma or what, but he got really, really angry at the answer, right? And like to the point where he was in tears and very frustrated and very angry. And he kept asking the Ouija board questions about the grandma, and he's screaming and shouting like, how the fuck does this thing know these answers? Like, it's impossible. And he got so angry that he got up and picked the glass up in his hand and threw it full force at the wall. Like, I'm talking full force, he threw it hard, and this glass just bounced off the wall and landed on the floor. Like, it didn't break, it didn't crack, it didn't smash, nothing. After we exit the Ouija board, and I shit you not guys, we say, like, you have to ask the Ouija board, like, are we allowed to leave or something? I don't know, otherwise you keep the bad spirits here. I don't really understand it. After we ask the Ouija board if we could leave, and the Ouija board goes to yes, the glass just explodes. It just shatters into like 100 pieces, from, I don't know if it's from the impact of the wall, but it was the weirdest thing. And I'm telling you, it was not anybody moving it with their fingers. It was some other thing happening. This is the end of the video, guys. I don't know if those stories were interesting or not. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you've had any encounters with ghosts or other spirits or whatever. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.